What's up, y'all? It's the White Magical Tiger, right back at you with another beautiful video. Today we're going to talk about mystical Christian Kabbalah, Jacob's Ladder. And essentially, what does Jacob's Ladder mean? And essentially, you can look at photos of Jacob's Ladder, and it's a ladder, and there's angels going up and down it pretty much from heaven to earth. And Jacob's Ladder is symbolic of our spine. That's what's going on here. It's the 33 vertebrae of our spine, and going from our coccyx all the way up to the medulla oblongata. And what is the 33rd vertebrae called? It's called Atlas. And who's Atlas? Atlas holds the world up on his shoulders. That's the head. Our head is the world, and Atlas, the 33rd vertebrae, is holding up the world right here. And so essentially, in Kabbalah, there's three main pillars. There's the pillar of severity, the pillar of mercy, and the pillar of mildness. That pillar of mildness is that straight and narrow path. The yogis would call it Sushumna. So in yoga, there's three main nadi channels, nadi energy channels. It's Sushumna, it's Ida, and Pingala. Sushumna is neutral, Ida is feminine, and Pingala is masculine. And relating it to Kabbalah, Sushumna would be the pillar of mildness, Ida would be the pillar of mercy, and Pingala would be the pillar of severity. Ida would also be your Eve, your electron, and the negative, and then the yin. And then Pingala would be the pillar of severity. It would be your atom. It would be your positive. It would be the masculine. It would be the proton. And so essentially, the bottom sephirot, the 10th one, is Malkuth. It's the kingdom. And in the yogic chakra system, that would be Muladhara chakra. That's found in the coccyx, the coccyx part of the spine. It's also the perineum as well. And then the next level up would be the sacral chakra, in the sacral place that's found in our sacrum. So it's the sacral chakra. It's known as Svadhisthana chakra in Sanskrit. And in terms of Sephiroth, it would be Yeshod. Yeshod is right here. Yeshod. That's the womb. That's the womb. The next level up to that, that's where we get Nitzak and Hod, and that's with the solar plexus. So the solar plexus right there, which is known as Manipura chakra. The next level up is Anahata heart chakra, which is Tiferath, the Tiferath Sephirot. And the next level up from there, we get Vishuddha throat chakra. And we have right here Chesed, and we have Gebura. So right here, the next level, and starting again, the bottom of the spine is the coccyx. Then the next level is the sacrum, the sacred place. Then the lumbar, then the dorsal, cervical is right here. And then finally, the back of the head, the 33rd vertebrae, the medulla oblongata, and that's where we have Ajna chakra. We also have Hokma, and we have Bina. And if I had to guess, there's an invisible sephirot known as Da'ath. I would place it right here if I had to place it somewhere. Essentially where Jesus Christ said, the single eye. The eye is the light of the body. Therefore, if thine eye be single, thy whole body shall be full of light. And the very top, Kether, the crown, Sahasrara chakra. Now, it's very interesting if you look at Freemasonry. They have two pillars, and they have a ladder going up the middle. The two pillars are your pillar of severity and your pillar of mercy. It's your masculine and it's your feminine. It's your yin and yang. It's your Pingala. It's your Ida. It's your Adam. It's your Eve. It's your positive. It's your negative. And then there's a ladder going up the middle, and that's your neutral. That's the pillar of mildness. That's the Sushumna channel, and that's that straight and narrow path that Jesus Christ is talking about. And you're like, okay, well, that's Freemasonry, blah, okay, whatever, okay, but it's like, look at Golgotha, and it's the three men being crucified. You have the two thieves, and you have Lord Jesus Christ right there in the middle, and you have one thief that is not. He's like, if you're really God, come off the cross right now. And I would say that's your pillar of severity. And then you have the pillar of mercy, where the guy says, like, don't you fear God even in death? And then he looks at Jesus and he says, remember me when you come into your kingdom. And Jesus looks at him and says, today you'll be with me in paradise. And then that pillar of mildness would be Lord Jesus Christ. Because what is Golgotha? Golgotha means place of the skull, and then you see those images of the three crosses. Those are the three pillars, and so what we're getting into right here with this story is the right hand path, and the right hand path. You would think it has to do with the right hand, but remember, the right hand is associated with the left hemisphere of the brain. The left hand, the physical left hand, is associated with the right hemisphere of the brain. So the right hand path is the right hemisphere of the brain, which is your left hand. And this is Chokmah, this is wisdom, Sophia. This is the feminine, spiritual, creative side, which connects to Chesed and then to Natzach. And so this is our pillar of mercy right here, running down the left side of our body and the right hemisphere of the brain. And so this is the thief that says, don't you fear God even in death? And then looks at Jesus and says, remember me when you come into your kingdom. And Jesus redeems them, and he says, today you'll be with me in paradise. And essentially what Jesus is saying there esoterically is, come to the right side of the brain. That's why he's out on the boat. That's why his apostles are out on the boat, and he's from the beach, and he says, cast your net to the right side of the ship, and there you'll find. And so the apostles throw the net on the right side of the ship. They get so many fish they can't even pull them into the boat. And essentially he's talking about the right hemisphere of your brain. Cast your net, cast your concentration, cast it over here. But what does society have us do? Society has us lopsided on the left hemisphere of the brain over here. That's why we shake with our right hand. That's why we hug on the right side. That's why we write with our right hand. That's why the mouse is on the right side of the computer. We are a left hemisphere dominant society. And really, if we want to bring heaven on earth and we want to thrive, we have to follow Jesus' advice and take that right hand path, be seated at the right hand of God, cast our net to the right side of the ship over here. And that includes ascending Jacob's ladder. And when we ascend Jacob's ladder, as far as I know, that's essentially like opening up our chakras, awakening the Kundalini. And I don't have enough experience with this as all, but essentially, as far as I know, reaching a higher state of consciousness, and coming over to this right hemisphere of the brain, where the Chokmah, the wisdom, Sophia is. All right, y'all. So it's also related to Solomon's temple. I'll make a video on that as well. All right, may God bless you. Amen.
God, Krishna, Christ, Guru. God, Krishna, Christ, Guru. God, Krishna, Christ, Guru. God, Krishna, Christ, Guru. I surrender to thee. I surrender to thee. I surrender to thee. I surrender to thee. God, Krishna, Christ, Gurus. God, Krishna, Christ, Gurus. God, Krishna, Christ, Gurus. God, Krishna, Christ, Gurus.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna.